What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be sighting in my slider pin on my Black Gold Pro sight. Now I've went ahead and sighted in my 20, 30, and 40 yard pins, and I've chose to use my 20 yard pin as my slider sight. And one of the first things I did, I went to my local Walmart and picked up a pack of file folder labels. I think it was like $1.88. And all it is just a blank piece of adhesive tape. That way you can start making your own marks, starting at 20 yards back to 60 yards. Here I am at 20 yards. So I'll be using my top pin as my slider pin. So I feel good with my 20, so I'm gonna take my little black marker and mark my first line on my tape. So just come right there, mark my first line. Now we'll move it back to 30 and we'll go on from there. So here we are at 30 yards. What I'm gonna do is take my top pin, adjust it down just a little bit where I think 30 yards will be with that top pin. It may take a few shots to get it dialed in, but we'll see. All right, I feel good about my 30 yards. I'm gonna go ahead and walk it back 40, 50, then on back to 60, and I'll check back in with y'all when I get to 60 yards. All right, guys, so I noticed when I got back to 50 yards that my sight housing was getting kind of close to my arrow. So if I push it on out to 60, I believe my arrow is gonna make contact with my sight housing. So I'm just gonna stick at 50 yards and then go from there. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna shoot from 20, 30, 40, and 50 with all my marks and see how it lines up. Alright guys, those are my 4 shots at 20, 30, 40, and 50. Wasn't the best group, but I'm a little fatigued. It's been hot and I've shot many arrows today, but for the most part I feel like my marks are on. So I'm gonna head to the house and find my tapes and match them up to my markings, and we'll get the tape on there. Alright, so I'm back at the house now. I've been going through my sight tapes, and it looks like the 258 will be matching up the best that I could tell to my markings. I'm gonna get this cut out and put on. What you got to do is you got to figure out which side you want the number markings to be on. I think I'd rather have it on the right. That way my line will be matched up with the marker. So what you do there is you'll just cut off the edge of that as well. That should be it. You see I got my 20 there. Go down to 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. I'm going to show you what I was talking about earlier when I was out in the field. I was trying to go to 60. So I'm going to knock this arrow. If I was to drop down to 60 yards, I do not think I would have enough clearance right there to pass the sight housing. So what I would have to do pretty much is reposition my whole sight and recalculate all my pins and all that, and I just don't want to do that right now. Maybe next year I'll mess with it a little bit, but with hunting season approaching, I just want to keep it how it is right now. But hope this helps anyone out that's trying to figure out how to get these sighted in. Thanks for tuning in, and We'll see y'all next time.